We waste our treasure of water on daily basis until one day we will have no drop left on Earth's surface. Of the 22 Arab League nations, including the UAE, 8 have the lowest water availability per capita. In the world, though, the UAE is one of the highest water-consuming countries.
We surveyed people and asked them on what ways they consume water daily. Their answers were showering, car washing, drinking water, sanitary uses, and washing dishes, which are considered to be basic daily uses. But if you took a closer look, you will see clearly that the amount of water consumed exceeds reality rates.
An average 10-minute shower using the shower spray consumes 50 gallons of water. An average individual in the UAE drinks 2 liters of water daily. Washing dishes consumes no less than 10 gallons a day. Washing a car consumes 10 gallons per wash. We consume 3 gallons to flush the toilet. Brushing your teeth while keeping the tap open consumes around 2 gallons a day.
A UAE resident uses 550 liters of water a day, where the international average ranges between 170 to 300 liters a day. In other words, we use too much water. That's not all. We also consume water by using our electrical appliance.
The students are buying 120 pieces of bottled water every day.
A tour throughout our own school, searching for and collecting full water bottles that were thrown away. We were able to collect a total of 8 liters of disposed water bottles during one lunch break, which proves why UAE has the world's highest per capita consumption of bottled water, which equates to 285 liters per year. The water used to fill the bottles is mainly desalinated water, which costs approximately 11.8 billion dirhams annually. The term desalination refers to the removal of salts and minerals from water. In addition, it takes around 3 liters of water in order to produce 1 liter of bottled water.
The bottled water, when we pick up from the classroom or in the corridors after your classes, we are keeping in the bucket the water, and the bottles we are throwing.
Private household accounts for about 24% of total water consumption in the UAE. One of the largest contributors to water consumption is the use of air conditioning systems, which is in widespread use because of high temperatures almost throughout the year. An air conditioning system not only consumes vast amounts of energy, but also uses large quantities of water via chilled water pumps. Garden or landscape irrigation through spray irrigation consumes about 12 to 15 liters of water per meter squared every day.
Agricultural sector is responsible for 2/3 of all water consumption in the Emirates. Rapid population growth has led to an increase in food demand, which has resulted in additional stress on water resources. One of the largest contributors to water wastage is low irrigation efficiency.
Industries consume around 9% of all water consumption in the country. Most of the water is used to cool and clean impurities from machinery, which is then transformed into runoffs, causing pollution in nearby environments and affecting the water cycle. However, the wastewater produced is not lost and can be used for irrigation.
Water consumption can affect the environment in negative ways. Something that I like to teach in my class is the water cycle. And in the water cycle, it tells us that we are using the amount of water, however, it's not being cycled quick enough that we're ready to use it. This is where water waste comes into play in water shortages. When a given country uses too much water, the water cycle, the natural cycle, does not recycle the amount of water needed for other countries to use it.
We can implement effective policies and legislations in order to manage and consume water more adequately. We can also seek more efficient irrigation ways in order to minimize our water consumption as much as possible. We can follow a water resources management strategy that will be in line with the Emirate of Abu Dhabi 2030 plan. The purpose of this new strategy is to reduce the pressure on water resources in the Emirate, as well as to improve the standard of living and to promote economic growth.
I think we could start with ourselves and then grow on a big scale. We could start with the amount of water that we use every day. Something me and my family like to do is that when we travel, we like to turn off the water pumps, so the water we keep recycling doesn't waste electricity and doesn't waste energy. We turn off the faucets when we brush our teeth. We try not to take a long time watering our plants. We try to locally water them instead of using the sprinkler system, because the sprinkler system are on for a long amount of time and they waste a large amount of water.
Ecological footprint. It refers to the impact of a person or community on the environment. It's expressed in the amount of land required to sustain their use of natural resources. It is true that the UAE ecological footprint has been reduced from 11.69 hectares in 2006 to 7.75 hectares in 2015. Nevertheless, this is still not enough to sustain our water resources. If we continue this consumption rate, water might one day become more expensive than oil, and by the year 2050, we will need 4 Earth to maintain the human civilization.